Sir Nicholas Soames.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. I congratulate my honourable friend on this very important speech and the very excellent speech that he gave. Mr. Davis, this is a very timely and important debate at a moment of importance in the affairs of our country as we face a crossroads following our decision to leave the European Union. Britain actually is in a state of flux as we work out how we are to play effectively our global role in a new world. And it's therefore, I think, an extraordinarily good moment to have this debate, to have this discussion, and indeed to look forward to CHOGM and all that it will mean for the future of the Commonwealth and for its presence in this country. Mr. Davis, as you know, we maintain a truly excellent but rather reduced diplomatic service, which incidentally must be properly resourced for its new duties, and a still highly effective military, and I wish to endorse entirely the point made by my honourable friend from Gloucester, on whom we will need to spend more money in the years to come to cope with the myriad effects. But one of our most important positions is to be at the very heart of the Commonwealth with our Queen at its head, an organisation which has such tremendous possibilities for its members and as an institution in the years to come. 53 nations with, as my honourable friend, over 100 Commonwealth institutions in London alone. And the bonds of history, language, political and other institutions shared by Commonwealth members are matters of celebration and could well indeed represent great opportunities for Britain in a post-Brexit world, but they should never be taken for granted. And Britain should be aware that in the 45 years since we had joined the European Union, the world and the Commonwealth have both changed markedly, each in their perception and action towards the others, and finding areas of common interest in free trade across highly sophisticated and developed economies such as the UK, Canada and Australia is going to be a very serious challenge indeed. And to this end, I congratulate my noble friend Lord Marland, my honourable friend for East Devon, and others who have driven forward the visionary work of the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council, and I very much look forward to working with them over CHOGM. But above all, Mr. Davis, in respect to the Commonwealth, or indeed any other trading organisation, we need to put flesh and bones on global Britain, which at the moment is a slogan in pursuit of a strategy. But it remains the case that there is a Commonwealth advantage with its shared values, its regulatory systems and language. There is no doubt that it does have the potential to greatly increase intra-Commonwealth trade by possibly up to 20% and will substantially cut the cost of doing business between member states. But we need to keep this in a proper sense of proportion. In 2015, 44% of our total UK exports of goods and services went to the European Union, while 9.5% went to the Commonwealth. That's a very big ask and a very important one. But the biggest trade challenge for post-Brexit UK is not to get better trade deals with the rest of the world, although that would be very good, but to get deals that are as good as those that now exist, most of which are multilateral and regional. And we must remember that geography trumps history. All this, Mr. Davis, is going to be fiendishly difficult. Trade agreements are not something that happen at the top of a hat. They take a lot of time, they're complicated and deeply transactional. And I endorse very strongly the words of my honourable friend, the member for Gloucester, about India. India are very, very interested in doing more trade with the United Kingdom. We have a long-standing and important relationship, but they will have their own demands on how many Indian migrants are able to come here and the ease of getting visas to work. Surely, to God, we can work that out. Mr. Davis, I wish to conclude and not take up my full time by just saying something endorsing, again, what my honourable friend, the member for Gloucester, made in an outstanding speech. And that is the great debt that the Commonwealth and this country owe the Sovereign for her work in keeping together the Commonwealth through thick and thin and some very difficult times indeed. And it is indeed my hope that this gathering of the Commonwealth family will recognise that astonishing work and will see to it, as my honourable friend said, that the succession is passed in good order. And finally, may all of us hope, that at the correct and goodly time, Zimbabwe will return to the family of the Commonwealth.